Hi, this is Steve, and in this video I'm going to show you how Magick's customizable pop-ups can help you increase your conversions by allowing you to display any type of information you want on top of websites that you have no control over. So let's go ahead and get started by taking another look at the pop-up box that we saw in the Link Tracking 101 video. So let's go to the Links menu. We'll choose the little free library link. That's the link we were working with in the Link Tracking 101 video. So let's go preview that to take a look at that pop-up. Now with Magick, there are 5 types of pop-ups. The first type of pop-up is just like this one. It's what we call an on-load pop-up. It pops up as soon as the page is loaded. Now I want to point out again here that we're looking at the website for the littlefreelibrary.org. This is a website that we do not control, but here I have a pop-up box that allows me to capture the information of people who in my local market might want to come to a webinar to find out more about Little Free Libraries. Now you might be marketing affiliate offers where you're on a sales page and you simply cannot capture email addresses. And as we know, if you're doing any kind of online marketing, building your email list is everything. So if you can't capture email addresses, you're at quite a disadvantage. So with Magick's pop-ups, you can direct people to a sales offer and capture their email address all at the same time. Very, very powerful. Now, in addition to pop-ups that load immediately, we also have other types of pop-ups. We have an intelligent pop-up that displays whenever you try to leave the page. Let me show you that. Let me close this pop-up. Now imagine that this is the page that we came to and we have an intelligent pop-up. If I move the mouse outside of the page in any way, as though I'm trying to leave the page, maybe I'm going to close a tab, maybe I'm going to click on the back button, maybe I'm just going to move the mouse outside of the window, see how the pop-up pops up? That's what we call an intelligent pop-up, and you can use that to gather information, make offers, do anything you want to try and get that person's business or get their information. So Magick's pop-ups are very powerful. There are a few other types of pop-ups. Let's go ahead and take a look at those now. We'll go back to the Magick. We'll go over to the content menu. We'll choose pop-ups. We'll go down, we'll create a new pop-up. Now in this example, I'm going to assume that we are going to be creating a pop-up for an affiliate site that you want to capture an email address for. So let's go ahead and create the pop-up. First of all, we need to give it a name, and the name needs to be at least 4 letters long, and it can only have numbers, spaces, and hyphens. So I'm just going to call this newsletter for this example. The dimensions, this is the size of the pop-up. Now you're probably just going to have to play around with this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and give it a size of 600 wide by 400 pixels high, just to start with. Now the next option that we have is the type of pop-up you want. We have the on-load, which is the one I demonstrated, where the pop-up occurs as soon as the page is loaded. You also have the option, if you click the after button, where it'll load after a number of seconds. So if you wanted it to delay for, let's say, 5 seconds, you would just put a 5 in there, and that would cause the pop-up to delay for 5 seconds. If you wanted the intelligent pop-up, you would choose intelligent. If you wanted the standard exit, this is if they're clicking on a tab or they're clicking the go back button. It's not as smart as the intelligent exit. It's an older form of the exit pop-up, but sometimes it's useful. If you use standard exit, it's going to display a JavaScript alert. So you can go ahead and play with that. I think in most cases you're probably going to want the intelligent exit if you're going to use that at all. And then the exit redirect, this isn't really a pop-up, but this is really kind of cool. This uses the same logic that the intelligent exit uses, except that when you move the mouse out of the window or you do some of the other actions, rather than displaying a pop-up, it's going to immediately send the browser to the URL you specify here. So there are some special uses for that. If you have that type of need, Magick fully supports it. So again, Magick is very powerful. So it's got the on-load after a certain number of seconds, the intelligent exit, the standard exit, and the exit redirect. I'm going to choose on-load for this example. Now closable simply means, is the pop-up box closable? Is it going to have a close button? Now I think in most cases you want to have a closable pop-up, but if you want to force them to enter an email address, force them to do something, click on a button, you're going to want to select no. So it's up to you whether or not it gets a close box. The cookie duration, this is a setting that tells Magick how often to display that pop-up. The minimum number of minutes we suggest is 60 minutes. A lot of people think that a full day is a minimum value. And to explain this a little bit better, if somebody clicks on the link and goes to your website and they're presented with an email opt-in form, and they go back to that site 10 minutes later and they get that same pop-up, maybe they're navigating the site and they keep getting that same pop-up, it's going to be incredibly annoying. So if you put the cookie duration to a day, which is going to be 60 minutes times 24 hours, which is 1,440 minutes, then that would be a day. So once a day they would get that pop-up, which is a much more reasonable number. Now for testing purposes, you might want to put this at 1 minute, because as you're playing around, you're going to want the pop-up to be visible quite often. You can also go into the FAQs and you look at the cookie resets. That's another way to do that. But I often just set this to 1 until I get my pop-up the way I want it to be, and then I set it back to 60 or 1440 or whatever makes sense for the situation. So that's what the cookie duration is. Now the final step is to add the content to the pop-up, and you can do that in one of two ways. If you have the HTML code stored on another server, you can go ahead and put the URL to that HTML code right here, and when the pop-up displays, it'll just go grab that code and display the pop-up. Now if you don't have that, then you can create your own content using the content editor here. Now this editor works very much like Microsoft Word, and that you can type text here, you can go set some fonts and styles, you can align the text, you can center the text, you can add form buttons, you can bold, italicize, underline it, you can do all sorts of things here to create the content. We find that most people that are using this are going to code directly in HTML because they're pulling the HTML code from another site, such as their autoresponder or their page builder. So to put the editor in HTML mode, you just go up here to the source button and you click on it, and you can see the HTML code. So you have your HTML tags, you have your head tags and your body tags, and what we need to do here in most cases is paste the HTML code right here between the body tags. So to show you how to do this, I'm going to use Aweber, which is a very popular autoresponder. I'm going to create a quick opt-in page just to show you how this is done. So let's go up to Aweber. I have it open in a tab up here. This is their dashboard. Let's go create a new sign-up form. I'm going to go down here and choose some of their popular templates. Let me choose this one with the arrows. I'll click on that and I will load the template. Now first of all, notice this template is 225 pixels wide, so we're going to want to change that in Magick. Now I'm going to keep all of the standard settings here. I'm going to go ahead and publish it. It's going to ask me to save the form. And we get three options here. I will install my own form, my web designer will do it for me, and I'm going to have the autoresponder company host it for me. What I'm going to do is install my own form. Now here's the code we're going to paste in right here, and you can read this comment. It says paste it between the body tags. See that? The body tags. So what we're going to do is we're going to select this, we're going to copy it, we're going to go back to Magick. We're going to go in between the body tags and we're going to paste it. Now we have that. We're going to go back up to the dimensions. It was 225 pixels wide. It looked a little taller than 400, so I'm going to make it 425. And now I'm going to go ahead and save this pop-up. Next, I'm going to click the preview button to see how it looks. So there we go. That's the pop-up. It's fully functional here. It's displayed. If we want to go take a look and see how it looks with a link, let's close this out and go back to our little free library link. We'll go into links, we'll open little free library, we'll scroll down to the pop-up, we will change this to our newsletter pop-up, we will save the changes, and now we'll go back, open little free library, and we'll preview it. And there we have the pop-up. So you can see how easy it is to create a pop-up in Magick and then attach it to a link. And that's all you need to do to make use of this powerful feature. This is Steve with Magick. If you have any questions, just contact us at the help desk. We'll see you on the next video. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.